like in bed. If the bedroom turns into your office just because you woke up earlier than me,
That's terrible.
yeah, that's horrible.
And it's insane that there are women that do that.
People in general.
I mean, I would hope it's only women that.
But like you.
Knows now. And Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified.
We just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
So, Kendrick Lamar and Drake have been trading barbs for years, but things have reached a boiling point recently. They've been going at each other intensely over the past few hours, weeks, and honestly, it feels like forever. Both of them have said some nasty things, but Kendrick's shots at Drake are on another level, and the intensity of Kendrick's diss tracks has put Drake in a tough spot, with the internet going wild over it. And considering how Drake hasn't responded yet, well, fans are already declaring Kendrick the winner. It's gotten so bad that people are booing when Drake's music comes on in clubs. The whole internet is clowning him, even dancing to clips of him being called the Cripper. Even the biggest Drake stans in the world would have to admit this damaged his reputation. But Kendrick's disses didn't just stay on the surface either. They dug up some old rumors about Drake, particularly about his sex preferences. For years, there have been speculations about Drake's preferences. Things really took off when fans noticed a lyric on the 14th track of his album, For All the Dogs. In the song Members Only, Drake sings, "Feel like I'm bi 'cause you're one of the guys, girl." Even though he follows it up with, "All jokes aside, you gon' wake up the whole East Side?" To downplay it as a joke, fans went into full conspiracy mode, theorizing that he might be hinting at being bi. Drake's reactions to these rumors have only fueled the fire. He was also insulted for wearing pink nail polish and earrings, and his response was pretty jarring and arguably out of touch. He claimed that the world was being homophobic. After rapper Lil Yachty commented that he had them heavy hangers in his ear, Drake responded with, "Get out my comments. You told me to paint my nails so I stopped biting them, and now the world is being homophobic for the first time since Rich Flex, which wasn't that long ago now that I think about it. Wait, is the world homophobic? SMH." He continued. Whether said jokingly or not, the comment was criticized for trivializing the very real danger LGBTQ+ people face on a daily basis. And then there are videos like these.
Roach brought me the hat that I need for the stream right here. This is my alter ego. Anita McSween. Anita McSween. Like in bed. If the bedroom turns into your office just because you woke up earlier than me,
That's terrible.
yeah, that's horrible.
And it's insane that there are women that do that.
People in general.
I mean, I would hope it's only women that.
But like you.
Yo, call declined.
Embarrassing.
Another piece of Drake's dirty laundry that Kendrick exposed is his sketchy relationships with minors. In his song, Not Like Us, the humble rapper called Drake a certified as he made multiple references to his alleged interactions with younger women. "Say, Drake, I hear you like 'em young," the 36-year-old rapper began, adding that he would struggle in jail on account of his interest. "You better not ever go to cell block 1. Lamar went on to warn any women interested in Drake to just make sure you hide your lil sister from him. He went on to the God's Plan artist's studio album Certified Lover Boy as he taunted, "Certified Lover Boy? Certified P-Files." And he may not be wrong. In recent years, Drake's music has been overshadowed by what many perceive to be his creepy obsession with teenagers. Now, one thing about Drake is that he loves shouting out his old flings. In 21 Savage's 2020 song, Mr. Right Now, which features Drake, Drake told on himself in a major way. He raps, "Yeah, said she wanna F with some SZA? Wait, 'cause I used to date SZA back in 08. So yeah, Drake pretty much confirmed that he dated SZA back in 2008. Now, let's do the math. SZA was born in 1989, which means she was either 18 or 19 when they started dating, and Drake was either 21 or 22. Now, some might say a 21 dating a 18-year-old is no big deal, while others wonder what a man that age would have in common with someone who was fresh out of high school. Now, by 2010, Drake was on the hunt for a new pretty young thing. During a 2010 concert in Denver, he invited a fan on stage. As he serenaded her, he pressed himself up against her and started kissing the back of her neck. When he was done, he asked how old she was, and the fan responded, Drake was 23 at the time, and although the legal age of consent is 17 in Colorado, no one was about to give Drake a pass. Then there's the whole saga between him and Millie Bobby Brown of Stranger Things, who he met when she 13 years old. Drake commemorated the moment by sharing a photo of them on his Instagram. Everyone just assumed Drake was a fan of the show, so they didn't see his post as a big deal. Millie later told W Magazine that they were both in Australia for work, and his manager approached her and her dad and invited them to Drake's show.
Honestly, his managers just came up to my dad and said, Drake loves the show, come to his show tonight. And I was like, are you joking me? Drake? He wants to see me?
She said that when they met in person, they were both fangirling over each other. They went to dinner that night and the next night, and then they met up again in Sydney, Australia.
And he was such a fanboy, and I was such a fangirl that and honestly, we text all the time now. He helps me with everything, like just life lessons. And we went to dinner afterwards, and we had dinner the next day, and then we met in Sydney.
A lot of people found this very weird. A 30-year-old man at the time going out with a 13-year-old girl and her daddy multiple times in a row. And then, in a 2018 interview, Millie, who had just turned 14, told Access Hollywood that she and Drake were good friends. She called him fantastic and a great role model.
We just texted each other the other day, and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
Although Millie tried to defend him, her response did not take the heat off of Drake. A writer for The Independent wrote, I can see no circumstances in which a 31-year-old man sending an I miss you text to a 14-year-old girl to whom he's not related is appropriate, no matter how wise beyond her years that girl seems. Now, with all of these, people are speculating that Drake could end up facing the same kind of trouble Diddy did. I mean, this is how it all started with Diddy. People began exposing him years ago, and now some think this could be the start of Drake's own Diddy case. All right, let's dive back into the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. These two were once on good terms and even collaborated on some tracks in the past. But those days are long gone, and now they seem more like sworn enemies. Things really started to heat up recently after Drake and J. Cole dropped their collab First-Person Shooter. In that track, J. Cole raps about how he, Drake, and Kendrick are the big three in rap. Well, Kendrick didn't seem to like that idea too much. In March of this year, he responded with a verse on Metro Boomin and Future's song Like That, basically rejecting the whole Big Three notion and rapping, It's just Big Me. This clearly didn't sit well with J. Cole, who fired back at Kendrick in a song last month. But then, during a live show just 2 days later, J. Cole told his fans that the whole thing didn't sit right with his spirit, and he seemed to back down from the feud. Drake, on the other hand, was quick to respond to Kendrick. He dropped a track called Push-Ups, where he took shots at Kendrick's height and his collaborations with mainstream artists like Taylor Swift and Maroon 5. Drake didn't stop there. It seemed like he was also dissing other artists, including Rick Ross and The Weeknd. Rick Ross wasn't having any of it. He clapped back with a diss track of his own, alleging that Drake had undergone several cosmetic procedures, from a nose job to AB surgery. Drake didn't back down. He released another diss track titled Made Freestyle, where he used AI-generated voices of Snoop Dogg and Tupac to send Kendrick a message, implying that they were waiting for him to respond. However, this move backfired on Drake. Tupac's estate threatened legal action over the AI-generated use of his voice, forcing Drake to take the song down. Fans have been eagerly waiting for Kendrick to respond, and he finally did with a 6-minute-long diss track called Euphoria. This track was Kendrick's answer to all the ways Drake had been coming at him, especially targeting him as a father. Kendrick didn't hold back. He listed all the things he hates about Drake. The song title, Euphoria, seems to be a strategic move since Drake is an executive producer on the show, Euphoria. Now, when you Google Drake Euphoria, Kendrick's diss track will pop up, which fans think is a clever move on Kendrick's part. The very next day, Drake seemed to clap back in a subtle but pointed way. He posted a scene from the movie 10 Things I Hate About You on Instagram. In the scene, Kat lists all the reasons she hates Patrick, which seems to connect directly to Kendrick's diss track where he lists all the things he hates about Drake. Kendrick then upped the ante with another diss track shared on May 3rd called 616 in LA. Fans went wild with speculation over the art and title of this track. When Kendrick released it, he posted a photo on Instagram that sparked a lot of theories. Some thought it was an O.J. Simpson reference or a nod to Michael Jackson because of the glove in the photo. But people also noticed that the glove had the logo of Rick Ross's Maybach Music Group on it, adding another layer to the intrigue. As for the title 616 in LA, fans made several connections. They noted that June 16th is Canadian Father's Day, which could be a dig at Drake. It's also the day the show Euphoria was released, and it's Tupac's birthday. Additionally, Drake has a history of using times in his track titles, so people felt Kendrick was making a pointed reference with this title as well. In the song, fans believe Kendrick was telling Drake that his team isn't loyal, among other things. Interestingly, the song was co-produced and co-written by Jack Antonoff, who is well known for his collaborations with Taylor Swift. Jack is in a band and works with various artists, but his work with Taylor Swift stands out. People think Kendrick purposely chose Jack for this track because Drake had previously brought up Taylor Swift in his disses aimed at Kendrick. In Drake's track Push-Ups, he mentioned, Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty, then we need a verse for the Swifties. And in Made Freestyle, he implied that Kendrick would have to wait for Taylor Swift's new album to drop before responding to him, as Kendrick wouldn't want to compete with her on the charts. Drake said, but now we gotta wait a week, cause Taylor Swift is your new top, and if you bout to drop, she gotta approve. This girl really bout to make you act like you not in a feud. She tailor-made your schedule with Ant. You out of... Despite this, Drake later gave Taylor a shout-out, acknowledging her success. Yeah, shout out to Taylor Swift, biggest gangster in the music game right now. You know I moved my album when she dropped? I said that already. You know she bout to Millie, run through a Millie rock on your head. After Kendrick dropped 616 in LA, Drake fired back the same day with a diss track titled Family Matters. In this track, Drake addressed Kendrick's comments about his fatherhood, bringing his son into the feud. Drake also accused Kendrick of getting Tupac's estate to send a cease and desist to get his song taken down. Moreover, he made some serious accusations about Kendrick's personal life, suggesting that Kendrick had hurt his own fiancée. Kendrick and his fiancée, who are high school sweethearts and share 2 children, are usually very private about their relationship. But Drake seemed to be calling out the cracks in their supposedly perfect relationship. Drake's lyrics were harsh. They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture you painted, it ain't what it seems. He also said, your baby mama captions, always screaming, save me. Drake didn't stop there. He hinted that Kendrick might be unfaithful. Why did you move to New York? Is it cause you living the bachelor life proposed in 2015 but don't want to make her your actual wife? I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening, right? Cause we know the girls that you actually like. Almost immediately after Drake's latest diss, Kendrick fired back with a song he seemed to have ready and waiting, titled Meet the Grams. In this track, Kendrick didn't hold back, calling out Drake for being a bad father and even accusing him of hiding another child. Fans remember that back in 2018, Drake was exposed for hiding his son, so Kendrick's claim felt like a throwback to that scandal. Kendrick suggested that Drake might be hiding a daughter this time, with lines like, "Don't have a kid to hide again." He even sang directly to this supposed daughter, saying, "Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father's not active inside your world. He don't commit to much but his music. Yeah, that's for sure. He's a narcissist, misogynist living inside his songs, try to destroy families rather than taking care of his own." Kendrick didn't stop there. He painted a picture of what Drake should be doing, saying, "Should be teaching you times tables or watching Frozen with you, or at your 11th birthday singing poems with you." This jab was particularly harsh, and it prompted a quick response from Drake. He took to his Instagram story, sarcastically asking, Nah, hold on. Can someone find my hidden daughter, please, and send her to me? These guys are in shambles. This response stirred up a lot of conversation. People began to wonder if someone from Drake's camp had fed Kendrick false information to make him look bad. After all, if Kendrick got such a significant detail wrong, it could make people second-guess everything else he's claimed in his diss tracks. There's a lot of speculation about whether this was a strategic move by Drake or if there's any truth to Kendrick's claims. Meanwhile, Kendrick's song didn't just focus on the alleged hidden daughter. He made several other accusations, including some pretty serious ones about Drake's behavior and the people around him. These allegations weren't just minor disses, they were about crimes, mistreatment of women, and other heavy topics. Yet Drake's only direct denial was about the supposed hidden daughter, which left fans wondering about the truth behind the rest of Kendrick's claims. In Meet the Grams, Kendrick also called out Drake for using Ozempic and getting cosmetic work done, echoing previous accusations. He rapped, "Even if you don't benefit your goals, do some push-ups, get some discipline, don't cut them corners like your daddy did. F what Ozempic did, don't pay to play with them Brazilians, get a gym membership." Kendrick then took things even further, saying he was done with the back and forth between them and would address Drake's family directly. He rapped to Drake's parents, accusing them of raising a terrible person and suggesting that Drake shouldn't even be alive, which was an incredibly bold statement. He made shocking comments like, him and Weinstein should get effed up in a cell for the rest of their life, and grew facial hair because he understands being a beard just fit him better. He continued, hinting at dark secrets within the industry. "I've been in this industry 12 years. I'm going to tell y'all one little secret. It's some weird going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. And also to any women that be playing his music, know that you're playing your sister or better. You're selling your niece to the weirdos, not the good ones." Kendrick didn't spare Drake's parents either, especially his dad, ripping his character to shreds and addressing him by name. He also mentioned Drake's mom, making it clear that this feud had become deeply personal. After Drake shut down the accusations about having a hidden daughter, he didn't stop there. He doubled down by resharing his earlier diss track on his Instagram story, keeping the flames of this feud burning bright. This whole beef is just wild, you guys. Fans online are reacting to every new development, dissecting every line and claim from both sides. It's become a whirlwind of accusations and counterclaims, and people are starting to demand proof for some of the more outrageous statements being made in these tracks. The internet is buzzing with conversations, theories, and heated debates. Some fans are firmly on Kendrick's side, believing his every word, while others are staunchly defending Drake, calling Kendrick's claims desperate or fabricated. We'll just have to see what happens next, as this seems to be the very middle of it and not anywhere near the end of this drama. But let us know what you think in the comments below, and we'll catch you in the next video.